Art in Action is now closed. We do hope you have enjoyed your visit and have a safe journey home.
Waterperry House in Oxfordshire is best known as a horticultural college, locally famous for the quiet beauty of its gardens. But during 3 days in July, the house itself becomes a warren of artists' studios, and the grounds sprout a kaleidoscopic confusion of marquees, parasols, chairs, tables and people. In this brief 3-day period, over 10,000 people come to look and to listen, to discuss and to participate in almost every craft you can imagine.
I use rope workers' tools. The most important one is called a fid, and that is purely for making holes in knots so that I can pass rope through the knots and tie knots onto, it gets a bit complicated at times. The basic knots that I use at the moment macrame knots, but on the stand you could see the pot hangers, which vary in size and length, and also I've got a hammock which I make. What I'm rather pleased about is the fact that a lot of people have never really seen netting done before. I just started doing a few knots on the netting, and the people just crowded around, and it's rather fascinating.
Traffic 2, traffic 2, traffic 2, traffic 1, calling traffic 2. Come in, please, over. Yes, fine, Tom. I believe now that Stephen Thompson and Martin Late have been relieved of that particular activity. Over. Traffic 1 clear.
Well, the first step is to make a metal armature. Having made the framework, I then dip some fiberglass mat into plaster and wrap it round the steel frame, pad out in between with polystyrene and polyurethane, or in fact newspaper dipped in plaster, anything that makes the bulk, especially in the case of this goat, the belly of the goat, which is very large in proportion to its legs and head, and then build up in plaster on top of that.
Never mind.
I, God, that all the world have wrought, heaven and earth, and all of naught. I see my people in deed and thought are set foully in sin. My ghost will not lang in man that through fleshly liking is my foe, but till 60 years be gone to look if they will blin. Man that I made I will destroy, beast, worm and fowl to fly. For on earth they do me noy, the folk that are thereon. It harms me so heartfully, the malice that now can multiply, and sore it grieves.
Fred Close, we're stood right in front of a dragon that you've literally created from a tree that's been cut down right beside you.
That's right. We've been going since last Tuesday morning about 9 o'clock. I got out here, the sun came out, and I started chipping. And by Tuesday evening, the sun hadn't gone in yet. I weighed about 3 stone less.
Are you using all sort of enlarged wood chisels and things like this for this?
Yeah, I buy them. They're up to 2 inches wide. But the problem is that they have to have long handles so you can reach inside. Like the mouth there, that's about 2.5 feet in there. In order to get in there, I have to have a very long handle. And we've been chipping and chipping. The idea was to get this dragon at least half done, and that's exactly the point we're at now. We are painting it on this side. On the far side, it's still a tree trunk, so that people get the idea of how the thing is transformed into a dragon from the tree.
Sword, you want a bit more hardness and also a bit more spring in, due to different steel in fact for a sword. The thing you get with a forge blade is you're not removing metal, you're moving the metal into a different place. So you are in fact creating a better edge, you're compacting the steel on the edge.
Alright, that's good. It's a bit like, trailing hot treacle onto ice cream or something. Tremendous fun, sometimes rather delicious. The thing is, you want both pieces of glass hot enough. This one in my right hand, the solid glass, wants to be really runny hot, whereas the one in my left hand wants to be just hot enough so that this will stick to it. Now here we go. This is the treacle bit.